CP3, is he going to be a Hall of Famer? No question about it.
Yeah.
Right? No question about it. Do guys in the NBA go to sleep early the night before playing the Phoenix Suns? Hell no. No.
You mean as a team, or would you talk about Chris Paul individually?
Chris Paul individually.
Okay.
No. I'm going to Steak 44 over there in Phoenix. I'm going to have me a nice little wine, probably sweat it out, and but the pregame shoot around and get ready for Chris Paul. Steph Curry, I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock. Mom, don't call me. My girl, don't call me. I'm locked in right now. It's two different monsters. That's all.
Yeah, well, listen. He plays. I don't. So if you gonna tell me that he don't go up, you ain't going to sleep early for Chris Paul, that's fine. But what I'm saying about Chris Paul is this, and this is what can't be ignored. Quintessential point guard, floor general, make others around you better, knowing everybody's job, knowing what everybody is supposed to do, and being that elite floor general. That's not deniable. Now, what I would say to Patrick Beverley and my little brother here is being a little bit disingenuous is this.
It's a hell of a word.
Let me say, well, you understand it. You're a highly intelligent brother. You act like you don't know it. You know exactly what the hell it means. The point that I'm trying to make to you about it is this. No. Why do you go to sleep early for Steph Curry? Because Steph Curry could drop 40 or 50 on you. That's why. See, you go to bed early for dudes that can embarrass you, that will literally wake up the next or go against you the next night and take you to school. So you get up to make sure they ain't going to do that to you. Most instances, that's not what Chris Paul is going to do. When Chris Paul was sensational and we were going ballistic because of what he was doing in Game 2, he had 28 points and 14 assists. That's not something you lose sleep over. That's a floor general that got a shot going, but he's still running the floor, running the team the way that you're supposed to do it. Whereas somebody like Steph Curry, you blink and he might drop 10 threes on you. You blink and he might drop 50 on you. That got Luka, for example. Luka with the 27 in the first half. Luka can drop 50 on you. Those are the dudes that you lose sleep over.
Man, ain't nobody worried about Chris Paul when he play Phoenix Suns. Nobody in the NBA.
But what did I just say, though?
And I'm just letting you know how NBA players feel and think.
I believe you, but what I'm saying
He's finessed the game to a point where he gets all the petty calls, all the swipe throughs at the end. I mean, this guy is out, man. We gonna be honest? We want to be really honest?
Yes.
He should have fouled out. He should have fouled out. The last game, too. You see the replay against Brunson, hit him on the shoulder, hit him in the mouth, ref don't call anything. If that's me, review it. Flagrant one. If that's him, they don't call it. So let's not get it twisted, man. He should have fouled out. He can't guard. He literally can't guard.
He can't guard.
Yeah.
He can't. Chris Paul can't guard anybody? Is that what you say?
Did you see that? No, he can't. Everyone knows that.
Excuse me. No. I don't know that. I haven't heard anybody tell me that.
Because you haven't suited up. You know, guys don't like to tell you all the truth. You know that. Because they scared what you going to take with it.
No, he's right about that. They will lie. He's honest. They will lie. That is true. He's not lying about that.
CP can't guard nobody, man. Everybody in the NBA know that. Everybody know that.
He can't guard anybody.
What we call them? Cone. You know what you do with cones? Like when in the summertime, you got a cone. You make a move. What does the cone do?
Stay still.
Exactly. Yeah. He's a cone. Stop playing, man. Everybody knows that. Everyone knows that. It's just y'all don't want to accept it because.
No, I don't accept that. No. I'm saying again, if you're taller than him, you know, you can shoot over him. Obviously, that's an issue.
But give him the Ben Simmons slander. Give him the PG-13 slander. Give him the slander that you give everybody. Come on, Steve.
First of all, watch yourself now.
Come on now. Come on now.
Don't compare CP3 to Ben Simmons.
No, I didn't compare. I said the slander. Ben Simmons didn't show up. I said the slander.
Ben Simmons didn't show up.
I said the slander.
Well, what's the slander? I'm going to give you, if you show up, listen, listen. I consider a guy that's an elite defender. You know how I feel about you.
The best in the world.
Well, I wouldn't say the best in the world, but I get you. I know that you're an elite defender. I'm giving you props for that, my brother.
The best in the world.
Okay, well, you should feel that way about yourself. I don't feel that way about you, but you should feel that way about yourself.
ESPN gave me the numbers.
That you're the best in the world?
It's Giannis at 41.3%, and it's Patrick Beverley at 41.9%, which means if you have the ball and Patrick Beverley is guarding, it feels like Giannis is guarding you. I'm only 6 feet. Yeah. What do you want me to do?
Well, I did say
the greatest in the world.
Tom, I did say you were an elite defender. Be happy with that for the
moment. No, I can't.
Be happy with that for the moment.
Let's stay on topic.
For the moment. My point to you is this, though. Just because you're an elite defender doesn't mean that CP3 gets to be discredited. When you look at CP3 and what he brings to the table, do you not believe he's an elite point guard?
Well, go get someone who's not an elite defender and have him up here talking to you. Y'all got Patrick Beverley up here. I'm going to give you Patrick Beverley truth. I can't give you the next man truth.
But you're comparing him to you.
Who?
CP3, I'm talking about defensive. I'm saying defensively. In other words, if you're sitting there and saying that, sure. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on that. But what I'm saying is most people don't defend like Patrick Beverley.
Okay,
so because of that, I can look at him and in its totality, looking at the NBA and a body of individuals that play in the NBA with all of these dudes like literally asking them. It's like asking them to do, I don't even know what to come up with to ask them to play some defense. You're going to tell me that CP3 can't defend compared to most of the NBA? I beg to differ. And I think you do too when you compare him to most of the NBA. There's a whole bunch of cats in the NBA that can't defend.
No, when I compare him to top 10 greatest point guards ever.
Okay, all right.
I'm not looking at
that. But that's different. That's different. You said the man can't defend.
No, I'm not saying that. But now you want me to take what CP is and put him in a bottle with everyone else. I won't do that. Okay. I would not do that.
Okay.
I'm going to judge him based off exactly what you guys tell me that he is. He's a top 5 point guard. Some say arguably, some say it's not arguably. He's a top 10 point guard in all time. What would John Stockton do?
John Stockton could defend. He was a rough rider.
Okay.
No doubt about it.
I'm just asking, what would he do?
But I think offensively, his skill set didn't compare to CP3.
I agree.
Offensively.
But what would John Stockton do?
He was a dog.
That's all I'm saying.
Question.
That's all I'm saying.
No question about it.
What would John Stockton do?
But listen, last night, I would have loved to have you here after game 2 as opposed to after they just got blown out in game 7.
But I said this on the show when I was in L.A.
Okay. NBA Today.
I tweeted this after game 2. This is a very interesting series. It's a very interesting series.
Okay.
If I'm the coach, and no discredit to Monty, hell of a coach.
Hell of a coach.
No. Wrong word. If it's a word better than hell, I don't know what. A heaven of a coach.
Okay.
You understand? Like phenomenal coach.
Yeah.
I'm not playing CP, not as much.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.